Happy Monday. I'd like to start this video off with a word of advice, I think. And that's, no one cares. That sounds mean, that sounds wrong, but all of us, it's human nature to assume that everyone is thinking about us all the time. And that's not true. We have this grandiose vision of ourselves in our own heads. No matter what it is, right? Like, you don't need to be a narcissist to have that. You can be a very shy person and have these similar feelings that everyone's always thinking about you, that these silly mistakes that you replay in your head at night, everyone remembers them. Everyone's thinking about them all the time. The reality is, we're all out there doing our own thing. How often are you thinking about these other people? How often are you thinking about other people? Now, how often are you thinking about yourself? We all blow it way out of proportion. And that's something worth remembering today. That is my advice on today's Happy Monday. Forget about it, Mario.
Forget about it, Mario.
I have been playing Fallout 76 with my friends. Whoa, Fallout 76, the worst game ever made. It's on Game Pass, it's on PC Game Pass, and I believe it was there before the Bethesda acquisition, but it kind of came up spontaneously among my friend group that were like, you know what, let's find something, because we're playing Valheim together, you know, it's the same kind of crew, we just like playing games together. Right now, it's something you need in the world. If somehow you've gotten through this past year without playing a good co-op game, you are missing out. It is that connection to friends, to reality, to humanity that, damn, did I ever need. And Fallout has been so good at scratching that itch. So what we've been playing is on a Fallout First server, which is the like $100 a year subscription to have a private world. Only one person needs it. As long as that person's online, you can all play in this private world. It seems like the game was made for that. Or they started there and then decided to go MMO and expand it or something to that effect, because, you know, they must have known when they tried it out. They're like, oh crap, we need to charge for this. This has to be $100 a year because this is the best way to play Fallout 76. And it is, my God. One of the worst things I find about Fallout 76, especially, you know, the later you start, the worse this is that you go into this populated world of people goofing around, jumping around in fancy armor, you know, taking on all these events and stuff, and nothing feels unspoiled. The whole universe you're in feels like it has been touched by everybody, has been ruined, has had stuff built around it, has been explored already. And, you know, and you think you're out in the wilderness on an adventure and some guy comes running by you in power armor like, howdy, neighbor. Like, oh, great. You know, I don't care. But playing it on this private server, you know, with up to 8 people at a time has been really cool. So much so that I also paid for Fallout First. So now if one of us is online, we can at least accommodate our friends. We started out together, totally new characters, making sure that we kind of had that new experience together. And now we're kind of splitting up a bit. Now it doesn't matter as much. Now we're kind of just, we're going off, we're doing our own things, we're doing our own quests, and every now and then meeting up. The fact that there's NPCs in the world now, you know, I played it back in beta, and I played it day one, and that was kind of it. I didn't really play it for very long. It was just too janky, especially on console. If you play it on console, though, you can now go into game settings if you're on a Series X, and you can press FPS boost, and it makes the game playable. I can't stress this enough, it makes it way more playable. But I figured we'd do it on PC, because a lot of us are PC gamers, and obviously it's just a better experience overall on PC, but it is very janky. I have it dropped down. You have a pretty beast machine, but I drop it down to medium, and even still, you know, you're not getting a consistent frame rate. I'm hitting like 60s, and then drops to 50, and like it is a really poorly optimized game. Some places you look when you're building, it gets kind of disastrous. But I've been having so much fun with it. You know, the parallel to the current wasteland we live in real life is not lost on me. It's pretty funny. But we decided to all build our settlements around each other so that we all go back home, and then we can quickly just in a few hop, skip, and a jump between each other and see what each other are building. Everyone's got their own kind of plans. I'm building on the side of a hill, which is way harder to do. You know, the game really doesn't like building on hillsides, but it's the wasteland. I'm sticking with it, and some things look janky, but I like seeing how it's building over time, and I'll scrap some things and make them again. But going out on adventures, like it's very much about that. It's about, you know, storing some stuff, scrapping some stuff, going out on an adventure, warping back home. putting stuff away, modifying your weapons, going out looking for materials again, or doing a quest, or seeing who wants to tag along, and you go on a little mission together, and you go exploring. Just tonight, we got attacked by a giant sheep cryptid thing. It was very scary. It was 10 levels above me, so like it was disastrous. We luckily got into a house, and Geek Fam dropped me 200 ammo, which it saved the day essentially. Between reviving me and giving me that ammo, I just was firing away, getting rid of him. It's if you like Fallout, you'll like Fallout 76. But again, if you're like me, I've actually never loved Fallout. I'm gonna be honest with you. I much prefer Elder Scrolls games. I should like Fallout. I should like everything about Fallout, but it just has never grabbed me. But I'm no lie, Fallout 76 on the private server is the most fun I have ever had with a Fallout game. Seriously, which is wild. So I highly recommend checking it out. Obviously I'm not going to encourage anybody to go out there and spend $100. But if you have cash to blow and you're looking for that experience, maybe it's worth a try for a month and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's something so nice about that right now. And again, the state of the world, like this is my escape. This is my social interaction, is getting a bunch of buddies, going on quests together, playing a co-op living world game. So cool. It also has a battle royale mode that I often play. I play like around every day at least. It's called Nuclear Winter and it's like 20 to 30 people. It's a very small battle royale. It's very slow paced because you die in a couple shots realistically, but the game is so janky that, it's tough. It's tough because of that. But everybody's fighting the same thing. Everyone's fighting that same level of jank, and that makes it somehow better. I have a fair amount of wins. I feel like literally 20% of my games are wins because I'm getting my teams of 4. I'm getting good players. I never really get that many kills. I'm decent enough, right? I saved the day last game I played, and it's fun. What I think is really neat though is that there's a little bit of crossover there in that you get XP and you get unlockables from playing Battle Royale to put into your adventure mode. So you get like a cool looking box and stuff you can place around. Be like, haha, it's because I played all these. And so I'm way higher level than everybody because I've been getting wins in Battle Royale, then coming back to story mode and getting a ton of XP and leveling up for everybody, which is kind of cool. And it works the other way around too, because your like special, points, those have to be leveled up number-wise in campaign, and then in Battle Royale, that will affect how many cards or like the level of cards you can place on them. So it's kind of neat. Real janky. Don't go too try hard because you'd be like, why did I waste my time on this? But it's something to do, and people seem very friendly on there. It seems like you don't get the fastest matches. There's obviously like a community that play it. They recognize each other, and I see the same names kind of popping up. And there's something wholesome about that, man. Again, times like these, you need that kind of stuff. It's typical Battle Royale, right? Like you have like 3 different size boxes. You find them around the environment. You get loot, and circle closes in. It looks pretty cool at times, especially when the fire is going in near like water and the reflections of it. Even at medium, it's pretty gorgeous effect. I'm a big fan of that. But so pleasantly surprised in the turnaround this game has had. And maybe it's kind of always been that way with Fallout First, but I've seen articles saying the same thing. They're like, wow, I needed this. There's an article I read from last year, like the beginning of the world, where it was like, wow, this is the escape I needed. And I can't agree more. There's so much to do. It's scratching that Valheim itch that we had, but we're kind of done Valheim. We've done most things. It's like, okay, well, now what? But there's so much to do. There's so much content. There are daily quests. There's just, random events happening. I'm having so much fun with it. So Fallout 76 may be worth giving another shot. It's on Game Pass. You can't go wrong with that. Even if you're playing in the open world, fine, maybe get a feel for that, but obviously put on FPS boost. I do not recommend playing Fallout 76 on anything less than a Series X. It's, having that brutal frame rate, it's awful. Very unoptimized game, but if you see through the jank, the radio station, Appalachia Radio, I don't care how many times I hear every song. They're amazing. They're stuck in my head all week. I'm having such a fun time. I'm curious you guys as well if you've been playing Fallout 76, if you're Fallout fans, if I've persuaded you to check it out, because seriously, it's been so much fun on a private server. The game feels like it was made for that. And now I just want more of that. Now I want like 8-player co-op, not MMO Elder Scrolls, because Elder Scrolls Online is an MMO. I don't like it. Every time I try, I'm like, this is an MMO. I'm pressing my power-ups, one by one as they regenerate, and I don't want to play that. That's not what I want to do. I want to like it, but I want to play Elder Scrolls, and to me, it doesn't feel like Elder Scrolls. So who knew? I should have checked this. I just assumed this would never come up, but I asked you guys last week to submit your favorite piece of clothing, like nerd geek gaming clothing, with hashtag Happy Monday clothing. It's an existing hashtag. People have used this before. I don't know why. It's not like a ton of people have used this. 41 total posts. But that made this mildly more difficult to isolate what ones are for me. This is also why I say also tag me at Greenskull. If you did not, I may miss you because there's a lot of, maybe it's like 1 or 2 people. Very unexpected though. First entry, I think, from Sticker Boy, custom Halo Nike kicks. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I've got some crazy custom shoes. I'll hold those up here. I'll edit that in right now. Here's future me holding up shoes. Thanks, future me. Custom designed Nikes. Very, very big fan of how those came out. These are tight. These are very, very cool. Sticker Boy, thank you again for continuing to send me this stuff. He also has the Halo Infinite hoodie. I love the new like Xbox merch. I don't have all this new like green Master Chief stuff. I do want it. Project Scorpio long sleeve shirt. I'm jealous. I want that. That's very cool. An Assassin's Creed shirt. That's nice. Nice stuff. The Aragle. This is going down memory lane. Here he is. His first trip to America for PAX. Visited 343. Rocking the PAX shirt. Of course, this is good. This. You can resubmit this for next week, and you'll see in a minute. Yeah, it's a cool hat. I got that hat too. I won that hat in a tournament. That's that medal you see behind me over there. Good stuff. Mocha Sakalaka. That's a cool. I haven't seen that shirt before. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I love like subtle ones like this with the subtle gray UNSC. It's nice. And this legendary mask. That's cool. The mask. But it's so. What a time to be alive. Space Hamster bought this shirt from Achievement Hunter during the Halo Reach Lasso playthrough. That's so cool. Checkpoint confidence. There was a point in my life I always wanted to be like that, right? Like Achievement Hunter or something where, you know, we'd have a viral kind of playthrough we're going through and I sell merch based on that or something. Like, mainstreamers came close to that, but now I'm just floating down a river. No idea where we going. Kalo submits this hat. I have this one as well, the Banished hat. Very, very cool stuff. I don't know how I feel about like prints on the underside of hats. Like, I like it in theory. I don't know. It's a cool hat though. Elite Spartan, he says, the only 3 gaming t-shirts he owns, I barely own non-gaming t-shirts. I have to make a point to be like, okay, this is happening. I'm going to go out. I'm going to buy a bunch of clothing. I have to like get in that mood. I'll have just like a shopping day. God, I miss the real world, man. I liked that. I like doing solo stuff. I never thought I'd say it, but I do. I love a good solo shopping trip. Go get some Starbucks. Go buy some new clothing. I have to order clothing online. Like I need new jeans. You got some Halo socks. Spar Titan has some Halo socks. Good stuff. Good stuff. I need those. Someone get me those. Why don't I have those? I like socks. So thank you guys so much for submitting. I'm going to double check this hashtag right now. Hashtag Happy Monday Con. I want to see your favorite picture you've ever taken at a gaming or geek convention. However you deem that, right? Whether that's as big as something like a PAX or an E3 or something local to you. Whatever kind of convention thing you've been at that you took a photo that it's just like it's a treasured photo memories. Maybe it's meeting a celebrity. Maybe it's just you and your friends having a good time. Include a backstory. I'd love to hear about it because I am just such a fan of conventions and I miss them so dearly. So we'll go through memory lane. I am actually wearing probably my coolest piece of gaming clothing. This is my like Xbox Hall of Fame jacket. I was inducted into the Xbox Hall of Fame, and it's got a Greenskull. Got my name on the back. Pretty cool stuff. It's a great looking jacket. Very comfortable. I got that, the trophy with it. There's a trophy back there in my Master Chief pile. Xbox Hall of Fame. There's a bunch of people inducted into it. It was it was more of a promotional thing to promote the like Xbox Hall of Fame contest. You had to get a bunch of gamer score and stuff. But nonetheless, the gesture is appreciated. And I think it's really, really cool. Again, I got a freaking trophy from it, and it's cool. I also got like another hoodie that I shrunk a little bit, so I don't know if I don't really wear it much, but I keep shrinking all my stuff. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So don't forget hashtag Happy Monday Con. There are things like Happy Monday contests and stuff like that. Careful not to accidentally auto hit that. Happy Monday CON. Tag me as well at Greenskull. Very excited to see you guys have next week. Appreciate you watching again. I've really been enjoying these. I'm still getting compliments from people saying they enjoy watching these all the time. And I'm enjoying. I used to think these would be a lot more scripted. But I'm really enjoying just kind of ranting because I'm not streaming as much anymore, this as much at all. Literally not streaming. Don't know when I will again. Maybe at the end of the year. I don't know. I'm away from Twitter. My like stream of consciousness places are gone. So here we are. If you guys want to chat and hang out, I have a Discord, discord.gg/Greenskull. I don't promote it a ton. It's kind of quiet right now, but if you're into that sort of thing, it would be cool to have you. I have been thinking about how to revamp it a little bit. Again, less about me and the content creator side of things, as much as just a cool place to chill and get some game nights going. I want to do game nights, just off stream. Don't even know if I'll record or anything, or just fun game nights. We'll think about it. So hit up Discord, submit something for next week. Appreciate you. Talk to me about Fallout in the comments below. I'm curious how you feel about everything I just talked about. Happy Monday. See you next week.